for it to pull up.
Yeah, now they're in part 2.
Yeah, but I'm just waiting for mine to pull up. It has not done that yet.
This I can't walk through.
Okay.
So I'm used to looking at that, but I can't see it. Part 2, let's go. All right, jumping right back into part 2. Very sorry as always. Again, here on this island, and again, we're gonna move soon, and it happened. So a lot of you are gonna tune in to watch this later, and we're gonna keep pushing on. The last video we checked it cut off at question number 11. And we're going to start right back in with question number 11. And that question, I'll reiterate, was fill in the blank. Question number 11. By the way, if you missed the first part of this, hit stop here and go to the last video on this playlist, which was the quarterfinals recap and can Rafael Nadal get his 21st major, okay? So this is part 2, resuming right where the video cut off. Very sorry. Question number 11, Carla.
I can't see anything because it doesn't pick up anything on my end.
It
so
will.
I guess I'll just...
Question number 11, fill in the blank. Carla, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 11, fill in the blank. If I wasn't doing something that involved tennis, we know we wake up and play tennis, we teach it and so forth. If you were able to do something that was not tennis involvement, what would that be?
I would still be working out, honestly. Like, I like to work out. I like being alone and just being able to run or lift some weights. If I wasn't playing tennis or working, I would be working out, for sure.
What, and what is your favorite type of workout? What are you like, rowing? Are you lifting weights?
I like to get on the treadmill for a few minutes. Well, not really, for like 45 minutes. And then, you know, I'll set a record, 4 miles. And then then after that, I like lifting some weights.
Okay.
Yeah. Listening to music. Listening to music and working out is enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't share the same. I mean, I guess working out is great. I understand that. But I think if I wasn't doing something related to tennis, that's a tough question. It kind of is, right?
You like going biking, so there's one thing you could do.
Yeah, I like to ride.
Yeah.
I like to snowboard. I do like to surf, but my knee won't really allow me to do pop up like that anymore. I think I would rather travel. I would rather go somewhere. When was the last time you and I went anywhere?
I don't know.
It's been a long time, right? And hopefully everybody can hear us again. We went from the computer, which shut off, the internet went out, and now we're on my cell phone. So if the audio is not nearly as good, then sorry in advance. I think for me, travel or be in the snow somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough?
Sure.
All right, question number 12. Was Denis Shapovalov correct in saying that, quote, "You officials are all corrupt," and that Rafael Nadal always is given leniency and preferential treatment with things especially as extra time?
Well, there is a time clock, right?
25
so
seconds.
Everybody looks at that, so I don't know how they can give him extra time. Whether they give him extra time or medical time, out, maybe, but I thought there's a rule and set times. I think he's right, though. I would say yes, but I think he was still being a baby about it.
Yeah, the Shapovalov was correct, but his handling of the situation was subpar to say the least. Now, I can't be a hypocrite. We talked about this before. My sister passed away not long ago, and I lost my sense of professionalism once or twice, right? So I understand it. Unfortunately, I don't have the world looking at me, and we can afford to kind of, make a little hiccup here and there. The only problem with Shapovalov is the whole world's watching him. And he doesn't want to have that permanent bad guy role or the...
I'm sure Rafa talked to him in the locker room. Be like, come here, buddy.
I hope so.
Come here. I'm very, very mad at you.
Yeah, I hope so, for sure.
Next time, don't say those things about me. You're going to be very sorry. There'll be no next time. And I'm just very, very mad at you. Anyways, Jose P said the official in their match was the same one Rafa had, that he had an issue with in Rio 2016.
Yeah.
So Rafa had an issue with that umpire in 2016.
Isn't that umpire the same umpire that came down and tried to talk Nick Kyrgios down?
That is not the same.
Is it a different guy?
Different guy, yeah. Rafa said, get him out of here. I don't want him officiating my matches.
That's right.
So they both had issues with the same umpire.
Yeah, I think he's a Frenchman.
So obviously he's not being for Rafa. Or maybe he was because he was bad to Rafa in 2016.
All right.
Very mad at you. Very mad.
I'm very mad at you.
Very mad.
All right, question number 13. Does Roger Federer ever come back? And if so, can he win a match or two?
Oh, he'll win a match or two. A slam is out of the question.
Do you think he'll just win a match that's been padded? Hey, you can play Geneva.
No, he could win a few matches and beat quite a few decent players, but he won't beat anybody in the top.
In 3 out of 5 sets, I don't know. I don't know at this point. But, you know, I love Roger Federer. I have a tattoo on my back of the Roger Federer logo. I'm a big fan. Always have been. But I think his time is ticking. It's ticking.
It's been ticking. I like this comment here. Isa DA said, imagine if Medi beats Nadal in the final. He will forever go down as the guy who denied Djokovic his, Grand Slam, passing, and Rafa, his double.
Yeah, I mean, well said.
He said CYGS. What is CYGS?
See you guys soon?
No, Grand Slam, I'm guessing it's GS. CY is...
CYGS.
What is CYGS, guys?
Another acronym we're about to learn.
CYGS.
You guys...
GS is Grand Slams. CY. Champion.
Count your Grand Slams.
Calendar year Grand Slam for Djokovic.
Let's go.
No, I just figured that out. And double... And his double calendar year Grand Slam for Rafa.
Did you just realize you and I tried to problem solve and find out what an acronym was?
Can we just speak regular English and just type it?
The human nature, we don't speak words anymore. It's just like, hey Carla, ICBOTGWW. Okay, here, let me give you one. You tell me what I'm trying to tell Carla. DCYH.
I don't know.
AH.
I don't want to think that much.
Shoot. Tell you what, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Next question.
BTRNQ. Shoot.
At least you're not speaking Ebonics. That was bad.
TPOCOOM.
Hit the likes, guys.
Let's get down. We restarted a part 2.
Hit the likes.
On a cell phone. A little distant. Echo, echo, echo. Okay, question number 14. Are you ready for this question?
Yeah.
Question number 14. Who do you want to win this semifinal matchup? Matteo Berrettini or Rafael Nadal?
Well, I would be very, very happy if Rafael Nadal wins.
You would be?
I'd rather him win than Berrettini.
Are you serious?
I don't like Berrettini.
Man.
I don't like Berrettini.
For like the first hour of today's show.
Yes, but I don't want Berrettini to win. Let Rafa lose in the final to Medvedev. I don't want Berrettini to win. What is that going to say about men's tennis? Come on.
Matteo is at least...
you gave Matteo so much grief.
I'm still giving him grief.
Of how he will not be in the top 10 for long. He is like Jack Sock. Obviously, he proved you wrong.
I'm still giving Matteo Berrettini grief. Yeah. But let me tell you who I'm not going to want to win. Okay, I had a stomach issue and I couldn't even tell the truth. I switched sides and then I got interviewed and Jim Courier had his nose up my butt and I couldn't figure out a good thing to say, so I looked like, I was lying and I was, but, I had no problem. I was just trying to calm down Shapovalov and that's it. I put my thumb on my butt and I straightened my juice bottles out and I moved on to victory. And now that I had enough breaks, that more players or less players, I still don't know how to speak English. I can't figure out how to speak English still, but nonetheless, I forgot what I was saying.
Using a big word, nonetheless.
But okay, so I'll rewind that. No, nonetheless for me. So I don't know English, but I played this role for so long, so you guys will even stick your nose further up my butts. But I'm not little cute baby anymore. I'm like 35-year-old man that's wrinkly and losing my hair. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I still talk like this because you will still love me more and I'll sell more stuff and I'll buy a bigger yacht for all of you. But nonetheless, I'll jump off my yacht after this tournament with my girlfriend and she'll stick her butts in the air. And she might be my wife now. What do I know? I still can't speak English correctly. But that's okay. And Jim Courier, you can come jump off my yacht with me. But ultimately, that's too big of a word for Nadal.
Yeah.
But I know where I'll be, and my thumb will be in my butt, and that's it. Okay?
He doesn't even use his thumb.
He uses something. I'm not looking. He's wedging something in
He's
there.
just sticking his thumb.
He is wedging something in there.
He's using his pointer finger.
Oh, you got the finger down?
Think about it.
Are you imagining this?
No, think about it. If you're pulling a wedgie out, you're not using your thumb.
It's like a thumb pinch.
No, man.
It's like an index finger and a thumb.
I don't know. We're terrible.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Okay. Next question. What is your favorite thing to eat for breakfast? On a special occasion, I'm not saying wake up every day and this is what you just have to get because it's in your cabinet. What's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast? If you're on a vacation, which is like a rarity, but let's say you go somewhere and it's special and you wake up in the morning and you have a menu and you're like, I just want this for breakfast. What is that thing?
That's for the mental issue.
What?
The mental images.
Oh.
I would say like egg Benedict. I went to Chicago and they had this.
Eggs Benedict. What is that?
It's like eggs with hollandaise sauce on it. I went to like a place in Chicago and they sold, they did special dishes with eggs, and I would love to eat that. Or if maybe some, I also like I would probably say refried beans with sunny side up eggs.
Look at this guy.
And some tortilla.
Awful, huh?
That would be awesome for me. Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right, eggs Benedict. No, you know what I'm going with?
I'm thinking refried beans with 2 sunny side up eggs, like Spanish people make, and put some cream on the side with some tortilla. That's a Honduran breakfast.
I'm going to IHOP and I'm getting 2 orders of hash browns, 2 orders of hash browns with their biscuit gravy dumped on top of it. I'm going hash browns, biscuits and gravy. Forget the biscuits, even though I like those too. But I'm going hash browns with biscuit gravy on top. Let's get down, Ric Flair. Woo!
Yeah, I'm going Spanish on that one.
Okay, question number 16. We only have 5 to go. Question number 16. Does Rafael Nadal, or as Jim Courier likes to say, Rafa, even though he's a gringo. Hey, Rafa! Dude. Oh my, come on, man. I like you as a player, but come on. Hey, Rafa.
He's one of the first players we saw with a full Western grip.
That's like me coming up to you and saying, what's up, Carlita?
You said it very, very good.
That's very, very good. Been practicing a long time. Okay, question number 16. Does Rafael Nadal get preferential treatment by umpires and tournament directors and the likes of commentators, namely Jim Courier, especially when it comes to taking extra time? Must I remind you that there is nothing new about Rafael the butt-picking Nadal taking a lot of time. Nick Kyrgios has called him out on it. Even Roger Federer has called him out on it before they were bosom buddies. Does he get preferential treatment?
I think of course he does. He's Rafa.
Duh. That was a rhetorical question. I already knew the answer. Unless you started watching tennis yesterday, you would have known the answer.
Wayne Chia said he does, but that is life, even in the corporate world. Deal with it.
Wayne Chia, it's very good to hear from Wayne Chia, by the way, right? Hopefully you're well with your mom. Wayne Chia is a long time, very good human being. Okay, question number 17, all right? Question number 17, here we go. Are you tired of the brown nosing that Rafael Nadal is getting at this Australian Open, or do you completely disagree and that Rafael Nadal is being treated just like everyone else?
How is he getting? No, I don't.
So after every match, everyone else is getting interviewed for 2 hours by Jim Courier. You mean so?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched many of the interviews. I watched Elise Cornet, which I thought was good. Madison Keys sounded like she was about to cry.
Come on, man.
Oh, all right. I guess you don't like Rafa.
It's not that I don't like him. I'm just tired of seeing the brown nosing when he walks on the court. And then,
bigger your name, better you get treated. Money talks.
Well said.
Zest for Life says no to the extent that it affects a match outcome. El Chapo was just a little salty baby.
Okay, fair enough. That's well said. And that's Carl. And look, I'm with you on that. I really am. But I think at some point in time we have to look at it like boxing in a way. And even boxing has become more subjective. I'm a big boxing fan. I love to fight, not like real, I mean, I love to box. We box. There's a couple videos of Carla boxing. Yeah, we don't pound each other in the face, but
don't even tap each other.
Yeah, we step in and we'll take a shot and then pull off. I love to box. The footwork is commensurate with tennis. And I can't go back in time and say Muhammad Ali or Joe Louis or Rocky Marciano or any of these guys were calling timeout, halfway through the first round because I got to take a piss. I just wish that at some point in time, players would walk on the court. And they used to do this, by the way, not terribly long ago. But I wish players would still be able to walk out on the court, their boxing ring, their gladiator ring, in which the lions are supposedly, hypothetically, about to eat you. It's a life or death situation. It's how the game was created. No more 10 paces and then blow your head off if you don't turn around fast enough. We stopped dueling with pistols when people started taking 9.5 paces. Cheating. Oh shit! We can't have gunfights anymore because homeboy's turning around at 9 paces and he's getting shot in the back of the head. The premise is the same here. We keep allowing certain people to do things and not allowing others. We kick Djokovic out of the U.S. Open for hitting a ball lady in the throat, but yet we don't kick Kyrgios out for hitting a kid in the head. I don't get it anymore. Hence why it's really hard for me to jump on Team Rafa, even though I get he's a great player but I've always not liked him simply. Number one, because you like him, and she always hated Federer. And then number two, because he picks his butt. But number three, as he has progressed, wherever he goes, he's supposed to be treated like royalty because he can play tennis on one surface pretty well. I don't get it.
I mean, your boy Roger gets treated like royalty everywhere.
Well, I have
off and on and
I have a problem with that too.
Oh, all right. Well,
they're just athletes. They're not.
I agree with you.
They're just
Justin,
athletes.
I agree with you. I'm not saying different.
Why doesn't Carla get this type of treatment? She's still a top-notch tennis player that can compete with any of these top 100.
I didn't make money. I wasn't famous.
We sit here on our shows and talk about Elise Cornet. We talk about players like Kanepi. Carla can play with those girls right now, and she's 42 with 5 kids. You can play with them.
Anyways, let's go back to
and we give them brown nose fucking. Sorry.
Wayne Chia says that Shapovalov, he's still a boy, both and on and off the court. William Spencer said, let's be real. Slam's one biggest players in the finals, and them winning as it brings in the ratings. There's no interest in number 9 beating the number 40. Even we don't watch boring finals.
Okay.
Yinghao said, I always found Rafael's game ugly to watch. No problem with him as a person, but not a fan of him as a player.
Can I give a message to Yinghao Kur real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Yinghao Kur, you're one of those individuals that we have kind of grown to be like in our daily thought process, whether here or not. If there is another Jurassic World movie, you're gonna have to fly here. We can make it work, but we need to watch that in the same theater, right? Mm-hmm. If another Jurassic World movie comes out, you're here. Figure it out. We'll do it together. Let's go. All right. Go ahead.
Wayne Chia said, "Let's face it. It is good that Rafa has gone deep. As Kyrgios said, the tournament would be a disaster without Big Three."
Good statement.
Sir John Jovanovic says Novak is healthier than 99% of the players, and he is kicked out of the tournament. Life sucks. Michael Walker says, number 1, Justin disliked Nadal because he owned Federer during his prime.
No. I don't like Nadal because he wedges his finger up his butt, number 1.
Zest for Life said, Rafa's game has evolved massively. The slice, the volleys, everything. He's no longer one-dimensional. Love, Rafa. Sir John asked, Carla asked Justin how much it's cost to remove Fed tattoo.
I don't know, but I think when you get tattoos removed, they leave like a scar. So it's like, what would you rather?
You obviously loved Federer at one point,
and I still do, It's just that it's like let's look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady, the football quarterback, American football. He's 44. He may play again. He may not. But
he doesn't need to. He has nothing to prove.
It's like at some
Brady
point,
has nothing to prove.
At some point, become an ambassador, become a coach. And I'm not talking Tom Brady. He can play again.
Yeah, he can.
It's a team sport versus an individual sport. But I think the longer Federer continues to try to play, it just ruins his legacy. It's like Jordan coming back right now. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? There's no reason.
Yeah. There's no reason. I disagree with you, Wayne Chia. Again, let's face it. When you do not like someone, it's because he threatens you or the one you like. No, I mean, there's players I dislike. I don't like Thiem because his game is just too jumpy. There's certain players I don't like just because of the style. Sabalenka, I feel like, gosh, she screams so much, and I don't think I like them because I feel threatened by them. I don't know them personally. I might like them personally. They might have the best personality. I'm talking about as a player. That's it.
I'm sorry, when I use my cell phone, I have to touch the screen.
Let's go to the next question.
Okay, next question. Question number 18. Nick Kyrgios hits a ball. That ball lands in the crowd and hits a kid in the head. Okay, repeat that. Nick Kyrgios hits. I forgot I'm not talking here because it's jacked up. Man, sometimes I can't wait to move back to Mobile. Gosh, I'm literally. If there's any real estate agents out there that are watching this, and you live in the Mobile area, contact us. Anyway, question number 18. Nick Kyrgios again hits a ball and it lands in the crowd. Okay, regardless of the context, if you're an attorney in court and you're pleading a case for someone that's facing life in prison or a ban from a tournament or getting kicked out, and it hits a kid, not a grown lady with a butch haircut that looks like freaking Joe Louis, but it hits a little kid in the head, and the kid's laughing it off, and Nick Kyrgios brings the kid a racket. Here you go, all is well, and it gets plastered all over social media as the saving grace of the world of tennis, because he whacked me in the head and he gave me a racket. Okay. Rewind to the U.S. Open, where Novak Djokovic, again, out of frustration, I get it, but it wasn't intentional, it was an accident, just like Djokovic whacking the kid in the head.
You mean Kyrgios?
Yes, Kyrgios, thank you. My question is this a damn double standard? I don't give a shit what the context is. I don't care if it was nonchalant or if it was an accidental out of aggression. But the fact of the matter is there was two damn objects that struck two people above the freaking neck. Neck, and head,
Could it be that there's a rule?
Is there a double damn standard?
Maybe there's a rule that outside of the court doesn't count?
Whatever,
I don't know.
man.
No, I agree with you.
It's a double standard.
Obviously.
The ITF, who I think is it's not ATP and WTA at major, I think it's the ITF, but they need to look at their freaking self in the mirror and ask yourself, who in the hell gives you the right to be judge or jury? You're a bunch of sissy ass people like Sissipas. Wake up. Question number 19. Today, Tuesday, the inductees to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame will be announced. This is Barry Bonds. Now, granted, I'm biased. I was born in San Francisco. I'm a California kid. I was born actually at Leatherman Army Medical Center underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, which is now called the Presidio. And they tore the hospital down. We went there not long ago.
I didn't, but
Anyway, I was, whatever. It's no longer there. And there's bricks out there that have, long story short. Anyway, long story short. Shit. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm biased a bit because Bonds was a San Francisco Giants player. However, he was a Pittsburgh Pirate player prior to that. And it already had a Hall of Fame rap sheet prior to even getting involved with Balco Industries on the West Coast. Needless I say, okay, Barry Bonds has his 10th and final opportunity to be elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame tonight. Do you vote for him or do you not vote for him? And if you don't know the answer and haven't followed Barry Bonds since he was coming out of junior baseball, don't answer the question.
After watching last night's show, I asked Justin, okay, so he was a Hall of Famer before the steroids.
Exactly.
My thing was, how does steroids, you still have to hit a ball. It's not going to help you be Superman and hit a ball, right?
Exactly.
You still have to make contact with the ball.
Hand-eye coordination.
You still have to make contact with this ball, and these are professional pitchers coming at you. To me, they should vote him in. Yes, he passed, Hank's record, and passed Babe Ruth, right?
Well, he beat both of them.
My thing is, I don't understand how steroids is going to help you hit a ball. Make contact with it. I get it. It makes you a little bit stronger. But weren't all these guys using steroids? Clemens was using steroids.
Well, Roger Clemens still hasn't been voted in, and he's another person that'll have his last chance.
He also had that issue with
steroids.
But
lest we not forget David Ortiz. He's going to get voted in, and he got hit. Manny Ramirez, who probably will not be A-Rod.
A-Rod too dealt with steroids. So many of these baseball players dealt with steroids. But to my thing is, these guys, steroids is not going to help you hit a ball, or in my opinion,
it might make you hit it farther.
Yeah, but it's not going to help you.
But it's not giving you 27 eyeballs.
So to me, I say vote the guy in.
Vote the guy in, man. Let him go, man. Let him get in. He had a Hall of Fame record. If Barry Bonds would have left the Pirates and retired, he would be in.
I say vote him in.
Vote him in, man. Vote the man in.
Yeah.
Give him his credit where credit is due. And
Let Pete Rose in also? Yeah.
And you should. Who said that?
Michael Walker.
Absolutely, Mike Walker. You should let Pete Rose in. So he gambled against or for his team. I think the mindset is that if he gambled for them, then obviously he gambled against. But there is no public record of Pete Rose ever betting against his team. From what I've heard, I know there's been speculation about that. But who gives a shit either way? Woogus.
That's what, so what's the whole point of Hall of Fame? Well, it's like tennis, history.
Well, he makes a good point. If this is the case, and certain people, what about managers like Tony La Russa? What about these guys that have won multiple World Series off of those players' backs? Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, whatever. What about the managers that are in the Hall of Fame because of them? They're not yanked from it because of their players being on the jack in the first place. So you're going to give it to the managers that were a creditor of their performance while supposedly taking XYZ substances, but you're not going to let them, you're going to leave them in there because of it?
I say give the guy
Rigged-ass bullshit. Just like everything else.
Vote him in, because in that era we had so many that used steroids. But again, I don't think it can make you make contact with the ball or throw a pitch.
Yeah, sports writers vote Bonds in because the fact of the matter is he was a Hall of Fame HOF, no questions asked prior to any of it. Mm-hmm. When he was a linguine noodle versus a big dude. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Question number 20. At the age of 44 years old, soon to be 45, Tom Brady is deciding, he's the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, won, 5 Super Bowls with the Patriots. Tom Brady's deciding to play or not to play another year of NFL football. Does and should he play another year?
I say he should retire, enjoy life. He has nothing to prove. He is one of the best. The best has made so many records. He could retire now. It's just like Federer, he could retire now. Serena, nothing to prove, could retire now. Venus should have retired. Djokovic one day will have to retire. Literally, if he stopped right now, they don't have nothing to prove. I mean, Nadal too, nothing to prove. These guys are the best. They have made records almost impossible to catch.
That's a beautiful
He should
dog.
retire.
You know how beautiful this dog is? There's only one thing you can say when it comes to NFL football. NFL football equals injury. It's a matter of time before his offensive line gives up a really gnarly hit. What's up, B-Dog02? There's only a short amount of time before the O-lineman just misses his assignment and then smash, and there goes Tom Brady's femur or whatever it could be. He's had a great career. There's no reason to play. A lot of his supporting cast, a.k.a. or i.e. Rob Gronkowski, Goodwin, Leonard Fournette, everybody's questionable. Is it possible without those guys? The Bucs have to rebuild. At 44, 45, the osteo aspect, in other words, the bone aspect of the body is not getting any stronger. He's one good lick away from a devastating injury. I say hang it up. Love this career.
Hang it up. Yeah, spend time with your family. Jose P said Brady has to spend time with his family. Even has another child in New York with his first wife.
Let's go, Jose P. Yeah. Last question and a bonus question. And I know we do a tennis show, and I know that we stick to that, but this question means a lot to me. Again, I was raised military. My father was a flight surgeon in the United States military at the rank of an 06 captain in the United States Navy, also a medical doctor within the Navy, and also a private practice family practitioner after retiring from the Navy. One thing I was raised in is warfare, or at least the strategic and humble ways to approach it. Here's the bonus question. Is anyone realistically, and I would love to hear this from the Eastern Europeans that watch this show, and I know a lot of them are like 8 hours ahead of us and won't see this till tomorrow. So put it in comments. Surgeon, Stefan, come on, man. Joanna Saudi, come on, man. Light it up. Are any of you worried or concerned about a possible war in Eastern Europe, namely the 120,000 troops lined up on the Ukrainian border? Granted, I know that a lot of those troops are located there anyway.
Said no, they're not. They're not really.
So I would love to hear about that and how much the propaganda machine may be working here. Because we get one story here, but then I hear from over there, it's like not a big deal. I would love to hear the answers to that. Anyway, much love to all of you. Let's go. We have had our normal off day for teaching is Monday, and it was a beautiful day. Unfortunately, today, freaking rained all day. And it's still raining. There's no place I would rather be except on the tennis court or helping children. That is our paycheck. Our paycheck is helping children to better themselves And when we have 1 day off because it's rest, that's okay. But when we have 2 days off, and now because of Mother Nature, I don't like it. I'm ready to get back. How about you?
We will.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Adios. Sorry for the delay in part 1. Again, if you watch this and have just tuned in, there's a whole hour prior to the snafu. All right?
Yes.
Adios.
Adios.
Let's go. See you, Mike Walker. Love you, my brother. Wayne and Chia, Ian Halcourt.
And Gene.
Gene Swart. Jesus Cruz Crabble, William Spencer.
You're welcome.